All right, we are live again. So, I've had 3 experiences lately with people we are working with who claimed they were following a nutrition plan, following macros, following all that kind of stuff, and they weren't tracking their workouts. Now, these are pretty seasoned workout people who are really looking to gain an extra edge. So, the question I get is, should I track my macros? I hate that word too, macros. I feel so hipster when I say it. Should I track my workouts? Who should, who shouldn't? And here's what I tell people. We've all talked about that 100-day challenge that we did, like phase 1. Phase 1 is for people who are brand new to working out. You've never got off the couch, you've never worked out, you've never done anything health-wise, never tracked your food, never ate right, and you're brand new. And it started with my buddy Mike DeJean, who got a bad health report. And he's like, man, Josh, I got to do something. I got to get healthy. I got a family. I got kids. I need to do something. So we never tracked calories with Mike. We never tracked his workouts either. What we did was Mike stopped drinking calories. Okay, so he stopped drinking his calories. Then he stopped eating fast or fried food. And then he went for a 15-minute walk a day. So we're getting both at both ends of the equation. Energy burn, right, and energy intake. It's that balance where we lose weight, right? So we all know it's energy in versus energy out is how we lose weight. So that person, the brand new person, don't track workouts, don't track calories. And I don't say you can't. I didn't say you can't. I said, but usually if we get you on a 15-minute walk and you're not used to working out, you're going to burn more. And if we take away the calories that you're drinking and we're taking away, your ability to eat fast food or fried food, you're naturally going to be in a caloric lowering, right? So you're going to get results. Phase 1 people, brand new people, I say don't worry about tracking, okay? Now, if you're in the gym, you're experienced, you're trying to eat right, you're trying to work out 4 or 5 times a week, competitive CrossFitters or just people that are actively trying to get in better shape, okay, and being proactive. They're past the fact that you have a hard time getting in the gym. It's now a lifestyle. You're a part of it, right? You're doing it. It's part of you every day. You watch what you eat. You watch what you work out. You try to follow different workouts. If you really want to get a plan and you really want to get results, you have to track. I truly believe that. Without tracking, we can't look at data, and I love data, okay? So, MyFitnessPal is where we track, okay? Everybody tracks right there, okay? And what we do is we set up your macros, you follow your macros, set up a workout plan for you based on that macro taken, and people are getting results. So, 3 people flat out said, I'm not seeing results, and I'm not getting what I need back. Actually, Donna Wildman, thank you for tuning in. You're on my list to call. I am calling you today. So, help me keep me accountable. But they said they weren't getting results, they were struggling, and they felt like they were eating their caloric intake. And when we actually had them do a food log, they were like 300 or 400 calories over what they were recommended to do. So that's what we call intuitive eating. Intuitive eating doesn't work, okay? Research will show that people who do intuitive eating, and what I mean by that is, hey, I'm going to give you a 2,000 calorie meal plan, and or give you some macro counts. I'm going to give you an idea of what the macro counts look like. Now go eat it on your own. People who do that eat more calories, right? Because they grab things here and grab things there and grab things here and grab things there, and their caloric intake ends up getting higher, and the macros are all off. They're over 400 or 500 calories a day, and they're not getting the results. So, if you don't track, we don't have data, okay? So I recommend tracking caloric intake, tracking your macros to get results. That's how you're going to get it, okay? That's how we're going to make changes. The other one is people don't do, they don't track their workouts, right? So if you're not tracking your expenditure and you're tracking what you're coming in, we don't know how to change those macros, right? Because here's the theory. There's a big difference if you're working out 2 or 3 times a week than if you're working out 5 or 6 times a week, right? Your what we call your activity multiplier is way different, right? So how we come up with calories is we have a little spreadsheet we pointed in. If your BMR, which is what you burn from just being a human being, is about 2,000, and you work out 4 or 5 times a day, we multiply that by 1.5 to get your daily burn, about 3,000. Now, big time CrossFitters, people like that who are really killing it in the weight room, killing it with cardio. Maybe they also have a job that's strenuous, man. They're like a 1.9 multiplier. So if you're out there in the industry and you're trying to get better, you're actively working out, you're past that beginning stage of, you have a hard time getting off the couch. Nope, fitness is part of what you do. You have a hard time eating right. Nope, you make better food choices. You have to track your calorie intake. So if that helps motivate you guys, MyFitnessPal will do it for you. Go get a scale, start weighing and measuring food. I actually have if anybody wants it, I'll send it off. I have kind of like a cool PDF of certain foods that are out there. And like, what's the macro breakdown of a cup of oatmeal or 4 ounces of chicken, that people can start creating their own meal plans from. But if you're not tracking data, we can't make any adjustments to you. So I highly recommend to go out there, spend a week learning how to cook, learning how to get food. It will keep you accountable. Another question we have is, the whole flexible dieting thing was really cool for a while. What that means is, if you're going to go out with your friends and you're going to eat out that night, and the caloric intake you're going to eat that night, and if you're going to have a couple pieces of pizza, you can adjust for that in your plan early on that day. If you're supposed to do 180 carbs a day, and you're going to go out and eat some pasta that's 70 carbs, well, you get 110 carbs the rest of the day, right? It's possible. You can live a normal, healthy lifestyle and still stay within a certain macro count and be healthy, So I hope that encourages you. I do think you have to track. If you don't track, you don't know. Because intuitive eating just flat out doesn't work.